Facebook initiated. Victor Allen's Twitch. Oh, initiating, Vic. 360. 360 in full effect.
We've been to hell, been burned by the flames of a pain so deep that even the strongest God in the heavens would kneel and weep. But here I lie, pressed against your skin, right where I wanna be. You're the sweetest sin. You and I just can't say goodbye. Every time we do, well, it's just another lie. I know you're no good for me, but every time I'm with you, there's nowhere I'd rather be.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Welcome to Morning Coffee.
Something your mind can feel, a broadcast machine, 24/7 days a week, a social media stream. We are not corporate, we're indie to the core, free to do our own thing. We are who we are, and we are Pax Stereo. We are the new you. We are Pax Stereo. We are the new you. We are Pax Stereo. We are the new you. We are Pax Stereo. We are the new you. We are Pax Stereo. We are the new you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome everybody to Morning Coffee. It's great to be back. What can I say? We've been working on things around here, and so every week is an experience. Every week is an experiment. All I can say, I'm glad to be back. Thank you guys. I'm here with my partner in crime. Everybody give it up. Victor Allen.
What's up, man? How hot can you go?
You know, I was thinking about that because we here in California, we not used to this, right, Vic?
No.
You know, it's like it literally was so hot that I was thinking if you don't get to some shelter, you could die. You could die. You could die out here. 105.
Yes, sir.
And then, you know, that meant in places like Lancaster and the Valley that the temperatures were even worse. They were talking about 116 and crazy stuff. You wonder what was happening all around California for all the other places. You know, I'm sending you my my prayers and blessings. It's crazy. And then we've had power outages so that people, you know, just imagine in the midst of all of this, if you actually have the air conditioning, that the air conditioning goes out.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
so it's hot anyway. So, okay, so let's talk. Computer, what's the weather today in Compton?
In Compton, California, it's 81 degrees Fahrenheit with intermittent clouds. Today's forecast calls for more of the same, with a high of 87 degrees and a low of 70 degrees.
That's much better.
Way better.
But how about this? A computer. What's the temperature today? What's the weather today in Lancaster, California?
Right now, in Lancaster, California, it's 90 degrees. Today, expect a high of 103 degrees.
Now, compare and contrast that to some of the very lucky folks, Mike McAllister, the G&M Bureau Chief, our brother from another mother who's up there in Port Townsend, Washington, you know, where it's always mellow, you know, with the computer. What's the weather in Port Townsend, Washington?
Right now, in Port Townsend, Washington, it's 61 degrees. Today, expect a high of 67 degrees.
I want to thank everyone for all the wonderful mail and greetings that I've been getting, you know, related to these health issues. And you owe it all to Vic. You owe it all to Victor Allen, because he's the one who told me that sharing my personal health issues would be a matter of empowerment.
Yep.
You know, being a physician, that, you know, me sharing my issues, you know, and then added to the fact that I have no wife, no children, no employer. So I am kind of a loose cannon. So I don't mind talking, but I want to say thank you for all the people who've been encouraging me with, you know, working with my back. As you can see, I look good sitting down. I look good. People tell me, Mario, you look good. I said, I look great sitting down. There's something about, now if I was to get up, I would suddenly look a lot worse. You might go, stay in the chair, Joe. Stay in the chair. So I'm just saying, it's good. I'm glad. I'm looking good. I lotion myself.
Lotion.
You know,
Wow.
because I wanted to look good in the chair, Vic. And, you know, I wanted to, and I want to thank you all because it's good. But I realized part of dealing with this latest health thing and with my back and the problems with my back is I recognize that life always has the issue of dealing with adversity. It's always adversity. Always adversity. It's just that in reflecting, as I seem to do sometimes late at night when my parents aren't home, I was reflecting on the different adversities in my life, because I was relating to this. I said, well, my back, you know, it's jacked up. But I don't have other adversities. Now, Vic, you might remember that when we were in our early 30s and sort of more of our height of maturity and physical prowess, we were playing. Vic actually threw me a lob pass in a basketball game.
That's right. That's right, man. That's how
So
you do it.
back then, we were in our physical finest, moving and grooving, even though I was 50 pounds heavy. But then we had adversity too, Vic. But you know what the adversity was in the old days?
What is that?
Women. Our adversity was women. It was either getting women, holding on to women, you know, all of our challenge, you know.
Oh, yeah. You live for it. You live for the women.
It was adversity, but that was our biggest, you know, if you talk to someone who's in their 20s and 30s, so we thought, you know, you got your job, I guess, but the biggest challenges are usually coming for your personal life. And for men, when you think about it, it was back then that your penis would get you into trouble.
What?
I'm just saying, think hard, you know it ain't that hard. Back then, in our day, in our adversity, our penis would get us into trouble because our whole way of thinking was different back then. We embraced adversity in a different way. For example, I remember meeting females that I thought were a little nutty.
Oh, it's getting worse. It's going down the cave.
And we liked them.
It's going down
I'm
the
just
cave.
saying. It was the adversity. We embraced the adversity. So the adversity, think about it, you two ladies, when you was younger, You would meet that bad boy. You know he's bad. You know you shouldn't do it. Your daddy told you. Don't do it. But it was the way you embraced adversity. I want you all to know that it was in reflecting on all this challenge of adversity that I began to feel better about my back. I was like, you know, I had adversity then. And just like then, when my youth, when my penis was a problem, guess what? In my older age, my penis is a problem. Just different problem. But always part of the adversity. So I wanted to say that to you guys because I wanted you to know and have that moment of recognizing your own adversity.
That's the way to talk about it, man. That's the way to talk about it.
Well, you know, it's like, but hey, like I said, I look good sitting down. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you guys, beware of the technical issues. I want to thank you, too. Vic and I have been experimenting. He's showing you a bunch of stuff, okay? Because we've been experimenting. We've been building out the system, adding all this stuff. I added these cameras on automated bases. Well, not automated. He can manually control from where he is the bases of the cameras, rotate them, all this. So we added all this stuff. So you got to be aware of the technical issues. I want to thank you because sometimes stuff be happening.
A lot of stuff be happening, bro. Right.
Because, I mean, and people say, well, you know, I know because you guys think we like BET. I know you just be zooming. We have, like, people here helping out. Hello, Tanya. Biff, could you get those things? Right. No, it's Vic and I. And Vic, I'm just showing them, you know, wonderful stuff. Okay, let's talk about our added responsibilities.
Right.
If you guys will notice, we got that chat overlying the broadcast. When you go and do that chat, you will see the chat overlying the broadcast. I'm having trouble with the Facebook integration. I'll have it fixed soon. It's about Facebook. In order for the chat to appear, I got to publish to a certain page. No, that's
still a problem, huh?
Yeah. But I'll be getting the Facebook integration in there soon so that when you make comments, it's going to appear on the screen, which you may or may not like. But I invite you to participate and get famous. Because we worked on that, Vic. We were happy, right?
Yeah, I was cool with it. I mean, I enjoyed it.
I mean, you guys, let me tell you something else. What y'all don't realize, as part of this upgrade, I made a permanent setup of 3 video switchers that are cascading over there where Vic is. 3! So, why? Why? Because we want to show you the phones and stuff on the air, you guys. This is the latest extreme social media shit. Excuse me. We're proud. We wanted to show you more of the... We're doing so much extreme... Vic, tell them about what you... tell them, Vic.
Tell them something about...
Tell them about it, Vic.
Let me switch real quick.
You're going to switch. Every lady's getting excited.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right. You know, the usual suspects, you know, you might as well remind them, no, forget that. Don't even tell them what we don't do anymore. You know, I'm literally sitting up here with my friendship frame of live.me, big old live, of course, popping in on Instagram. Haven't hit you guys yet, about to do it in a minute. And then, of course, Twitter. Mario's got the Periscope going through the platform. You got the Facebook. Is it working right for you? Sounds like you're having problems. Sounds like
well, it says it's going. I monitor mine. You should check yours.
Yeah, I'll check mine.
But mine looks good. I see Mac there. I see Christine Fisher, Barbara Spence. Man, all my friends, Keith Barrows. Hey, Mac, everybody. Good. Thank you all for being there as part of this broadcast. You know.
Right. I'll double check.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. It's getting there. Mine will pop up, you guys.
Okay. All right. So okay. Now, I just want, by the way, I wanted to acknowledge Mac McAllister, Retro Jazz and Blues. Vic, for those who were really enjoying today's pre-show, which is Mac McAllister, he made a wonderful reference to the days, see, part of this whole marijuana thing is referencing the good old marijuana days. And he made a point of bringing up the laser light show. How many people went to a laser light show? We had one here too. I think they still have it periodically up at the observatory, Vic.
Okay.
The laser light show, and it's one of the great get high experiences that you can have. Okay, I just want to remind you that it's getting flagrant here in Los Angeles. Okay, you guys, full show tonight. Today we got Victor Allen's the rum. Don't blame me. I'm 62.
Hey, look,
I have a senior moment.
It's that moment, man.
So Victor Allen's new Sportz. We're gonna have hot picks too. For the news, we're gonna be give you the latest Trump update. Where's my notes? Man,
You got the ball.
I fixed stuff, but it's
Wait a minute. It's more than that, man. There's a lot of buzzes, beeps,
this
and
shit
noises.
it gets a little scary in
It's a
here.
lot.
When I'm in
It's a
here at
lot.
night and stuff be beeping and
Yep.
chatting, I'm just telling you. Like computer. Victor is at the helm. Oh, forget it. That's just not working. Anyway, so for the news, I'm going to be talking about what the summer holds in store for the Trump investigation.
Right.
Because you guys may not realize, but the summer's going to be hot with Trumpisms and
Okay.
Trump things. And then the marijuana for dummies, we're going to deal with the fact that people are finally, folks in the government, because of the money, they're finally dealing with the problem of marijuana's federal drugs schedule classification.
Yeah.
That is classified as a narcotic, and actually will be reflecting on this being an issue worldwide.
Wow.
What do you got today, Vic?
Hey, man, I'm going to start you off with the sports, which is, for us here, and we're the in-betweeners right now because baseball is not quite halfway. Football is about to get underway, and basketball is just summer league, and I'm pretty sure most people don't realize this, that got to give props because the Lakers are undefeated in summer league, man. 2-0. Now, we're going to expand on that